Alright, sure.
Hello, and we're
Hi.
back in Yoshi's Woolly World for World 3-3. Scarf Rolls Camper.
Ooh, I like scarves. They're neat.
I do too. They're nice.
Yeah, it depends on the scarf and the way you wear it, but I really like scarves. One of my favorite things to wear is a peacoat. And you always got to wear one of those with scarves.
But on a sort of note, I actually saw Zootopia recently.
Oh, you did?
It's fantastic.
I need to get around to seeing them, but I've heard it's pretty
I
good.
have. Okay, Sam. Oh, this is cool.
Awesome scarves. I forgive the interruption, everybody, but scarves.
Did you see that?
Yes, I did. That's adorable. It gets stuck on his spear like a giant yarn ball and a stick. That's awesome.
But no, Zootopia is fantastic, and like I actually have free movies. I have like 4 more free movies at any scene friendly theater.
Ooh.
So I used 2 of them to get into the movie the first time. This is Mario World.
Ooh. Yeah,
like,
it is. Neat.
Oh, you just have to be sure to hit up.
Yeah, always got to grab onto the thing.
But it's a fantastic movie. It's absolutely a joy to watch. It has great social commentary.
Awesome. It's actually meaningful, but it's also an enjoyable movie.
It's absolutely meaningful. It's actually talking about discrimination and stereotypes
based on
based on appearance or based on background.
It might be based on animals, but that is a big thing I've heard. I don't know much about it, but I know a decent amount.
It's basically, what if all non-domesticated animals were the dominant species on the planet Earth? And it primarily follows the story of this rabbit named Judy Hopps, who wants to be the world's first rabbit police officer.
Right.
And it's very fun.
Awesome.
It handles the subject matter very maturely.
That's good to know. I'm glad that they handle that maturely.
It's fantastic. And you know what? That's all I'm going to say on it. It's fantastic. It does great social commentary. There are moments that will get you legitimately happy, moments that will get you legitimately sad and heartfelt for some characters.
So Nick says watch it, and I'm going to watch it myself. So if that's any endorsement, that's fine. I'm perfectly fine with endorsing this movie. So whatever it's worth.
It's a fantastic movie. It's fun.
I wasn't going to enjoy movies with good plot and meaningful things, but also a heavy amount, and also a good amount of having enjoyable things, because you might have a meaningful movie, but if you don't enjoy yourself, it's difficult.
If it's all dark and edgy, it's no fun.
No, it's not.
Like, you need levity. It's like, I also saw Batman vs Superman recently.
Oh, I've heard that's decent.
If you're a DC fanboy, you're going to be disappointed. If you're a Marvel fanboy, you're gonna be so happy that DC fucked it up again.
Oh, that's that kind of thing.
If you're neither, and you're like me and barely know the comic lore,
that's a bit of
you're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh, good. Yeah, honestly, I know a bit about... I know a bit about...
No!
Well, okay.
I meant to
Let's do this again. But, yeah, I know a decent amount about the comics, not tons, but it's basically just through, like, osmosis, like, talking with some of our mutual friends about comics who know about that, or learning about it just kind of from reading online or stuff. But, yeah, I don't know tons myself.
Batman vs. Superman is not the worst movie DC has ever put out.
Which one would that be?
I don't know. Probably Green Lantern. Like,
I've heard that's...
I heard that one just sucked.
Yeah, I've heard that's not spectacular, no. I've heard it's pretty bad.
But that's about it. Follow me. Oh, darn, I got egged.
Okay, there we go.
But it's not... It doesn't do anything particularly offensive. It is very dark, though. Like, it's very dark, and Batman does some very out-of-character things.
Because I think I know the basic of the story, where it's like, Batman retired and he has to come back because Superman is helping out a very shady mega corporation. And
no, that's wrong.
Okay, well that's
basically
as far as I knew.
It's Batman. I need you to come back down. Batman is... Oh, never mind.
Alright, I'll wait for you.
I'll need an egg or some...
How do we do this?
I think
wait. You stay over there, and I'll just miss utterly.
Okay.
Good plan, guys. Good plan.
GG.
Okay, let's try this again.
Okay. No! Oh, damn it.
Well.
Oh,
there's guys over here, so let's do this.
Yeah, there's some shy guys over here. I'll grab one, you grab the other.
Sure. Well, I'll give you a minute. I'll grab him.
But it's basically during the events of Man of Steel, Bruce Wayne, like during the big fight scene with the Kryptonians in that movie, I feel it's fine to talk about it because the movie's been out for years, and if you've wanted to see it, you've seen it already. Bruce Wayne was out there in the midst of everything, trying to get his people out of the building.
Right.
And failing. Like, lots of people died.
Which is,
and
of
that
course,
fostered
very, very
his
bad.
paranoia, that fostered his hatred for Superman at first. And as things go on, like, there's this whole conflict in the Middle East where Lois Lane is tricked into being like a CIA spook. And almost gets herself killed, and then Superman comes in, and then these bad guys shoot a bunch of innocent people and frame it to be like they were working with Superman. So
yeah, that's a lot better constructed than the way I heard about it, but yeah.
Of course it's not fantastic. It's passable. Wonder Woman is great.
I've heard she's good.
The worst part about it is that Batman uses guns.
Sorry about that. He does.
He uses guns. He kills people in the movie.
Well, is it the thing where he doesn't, where it's like that's his last resort?
No, this is him wanting to stop some guy's shipment of kryptonite, so he's whipping out the rocket launchers and SMGs. I'm just wondering, do they play off the whole, like, I don't want to do this, but this is a, like... No.
Okay.
They don't.
Okay.
They botch Superman. They botch...
Batman.
They botch Batman and Superman to an extent. And that was a complaint in Man of Steel, where they botched Superman. Because the whole thing about Superman is he is the ultimate good.
Yes.
He's upbeat, happy, he's glad to lend a hand. He'll apologize if someone's offended with him. There's an entire comic where he stops a woman from committing suicide by just talking with her.
Right.
Like, and he's that level of hero. He lets her yell at him. He lets her punch him. And he's just like, I had a friend who ended their own life. I didn't approve of it, but I understood it. So I have to ask, do you really think there will never be another happy day in your life?
Right.
If you honestly believe that, jump, and I promise you I will not catch you.
If this is what you really want.
Like, and she sits up on this balcony for hours, and she's crying, and, like, there's spotlights on her, and she says, like, can you turn the spotlight off? And just immediately Superman just laser visions the electrical wire to cut the power.
Right.
And she's like, thank you. And then, like, dawn breaks, and she's like, I'm ready to come down.
Okay.
And he rescues her by just letting her think about it. Not,
and let it go through her mind, yes.
A bunch of other heroes would have just grabbed her. Batman would have just grabbed her. No. Batman wouldn't have.
It depends.
Actually, I don't think any of the Justice League would.
No, and honestly, I know for Batman, that reminded me a lot of, like, the whole
Batman would absolutely be like, I know exactly where you're coming from. It won't solve anything. Oh, that's adorable. That's an adorable Yoshi. Scarf roll.
Awesome. But that actually, like, it reminds me of, like, The Dark Knight, where the whole thing, where it goes at the end, where it's, Commissioner Gordon basically says the whole thing where he's the Dark Knight. He's not, when he talks about, like, we do these things. Why are you angry against Batman? Because he can take it. Because he can take that, like, that kind of thing, and be a hero that we need.
Another big Montgomery?
Oh, huh. But definitely, it's like, that's the thing where Batman is he can be the vigilante guy who does things because no one else can. He can take the abuse for that.
He's willing to take the shit for it.
He knows, because he knows that someone has to do that. Sometimes the good guys can't do everything like that, and he knows that. So
yeah,
that's why
and it's
Batman.
Like, with a lot of the Justice League, it's... I like a lot of the characters. Wonder Woman's amazing to me, because it's like, for Wonder Woman, the thing about her for me is she's invincible. Like,
basically,
she is literally strong. She is literally has less weaknesses than Superman.
That is true. No kryptonite.
Like, The only way to beat her is to just brute force her into losing.
Well, yeah, it's the thing where it's like the only way you can beat her is beat her at her own game, which of course is which is again, it's like the thing she's been doing a lot of. So it's just like beating her in her best.
She's been alive for centuries. Of course, she's going to.
But I think it's a ball to burst the bubble, or not.
Oh,
or just straight just bounces off.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe I think that's just a way for when we go back up.
Maybe.
That's the best way.
But there's a bit in Wonder Woman where she's fighting Medusa, and like she takes like a spear through the stomach. To stop Medusa from risking petrifying her, she blinds herself permanently. And like when she kills Medusa, the gods are like, "We can grant you your sight back, and like we'll heal all your injuries." And she's like, "No, bring back the one person Medusa killed in all this, which is a little kid."
That's more important than this.
That like her eyesight, something she really needs to fight, is not nearly as important as like one person, and I like that. I think that's. I think that's good. I think that's a good character. And then, like, the gods are like, "You're such a good person. We're gonna heal you and bring the person back."
That's fair enough.
And these are Greek gods.
Well, yeah, Greek gods are. It's just they're basically the best example of gods who they're basically gods as powerful, equally flawed versions of people. And it's basically it's like what would happen if you give a person a god's power.
Oh, I see what we have to do
with flawed.
You have to shoot that guy.
Yeah,
because he's just moving back and forth because of the AI placement.
Yeah, where it's like there's flawed as human beings are, and of course they've got the massive scruples that come with being a superpowered being.
Oh, that's adorable.
That works too. You blunted his spear, so that works. But yeah, honestly, I don't really. That's one reason why I don't necessarily like Greek gods, because this is all I'm going to talk about for philosophy right now. But if there was a being who created the world, I'd rather not have it be us at a higher level.
Oh no, humans are terrible.
Well, yeah, people can be massive jerks to each other.
Like, we have whole things on why humans with that level of power is a bad idea. It's why King Midas is a cautionary tale about greed.
Exactly. And
like, also, if it wasn't a cautionary tale, like the reason, like, he had all the money he wanted, but he lost
everything that mattered. Well, yeah, he's like he got everything he wanted, but he lost everything that mattered. So it's very much an Aesop kind of story. Definitely. But actually, that kind of reminded me of something. That's actually, like, Greek stories were literally where the term Aesop comes from. He was a very popular a very popular Greek storyteller who had messages at the end of each of his tales saying things that actually, like, matter to real life and things like that.
Yeah, and it's important to know those messages. Like, greed... People will joke and, like, say, and, like, greed is good.
Well, that's actually, like, that was, like, you ever heard of, Gordon Gekko?
No, I haven't.
He wrote the reason why it's called that. He's the reason why it's called greed is good is actually a popular thing where he wrote an entire speech talking about greed and why it's valuable to us as a society. I don't want to go into the details, but that's where the term came from.
I can agree with that, but it's sort of is it greed? What is greed?
Exactly. Like, what is it to you? What's the concept of it?
I am bleeding.
Nose?
Yeah, a little bit. There's like I felt something on my nose, so I scratched it. Turns out it was a pimple or something.
That's all good. But yeah, it's like, what is that definition of that concept to you?
Like, for me, greed is wanting more when you have more than enough.
Well, it's the stage where I've heard this was a joke, but I've heard a term where it's like there's a stage when you're drinking where you start drinking and you have not enough. You have like okay, this is a decent amount. And then there's the amount where it's like, okay, I'm done for tonight. Then there's the amount where I've had too much to drink. And then after that point is, I need way more to drink. And obviously it's a joke. But yeah, there's a point after which it turns to greed, at least for me, where it is like, after you reach a certain point of like, you've reached well past the
consumption.
Well, yeah, you've reached a saturation point in consumption, and you just need more for irrational reasons. You've gone past the point of rationality and just want more for the sake of wanting more.
How do we get that?
Good question.
I see how.
Okay.
We have to go flutter over here
and through there and get through the bubble. Or get around the bubble. I get you.
He's a bubble boy. He lives in a bubble.
But yeah,
yeah.
That whole concept, that whole talk about Aesop's, it reminded me of something in Gravity Falls, where I love the fact that Gravity Falls parodies the kind of like the whole Aesop. Because thing is, obviously Aesops are important, but they kind of parody the whole TV shows how it's having Aesop, where it was just like Grunkle Stan. It's always like, okay, Grunkle Stan was just sometimes a couple after episodes. It's just like, well, I learned nothing from that. Or they just go like right back to doing like something there, and that's what big people can do, is just like make mistakes again, and that's just how it works sometimes.
I accidentally punted you off your bubble.
It's all good.
But it's like, I love philosophy. I don't think I'd ever pursue it as a form of study.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, for me, like, what's most important is, are you happy?
Whatever that's the case for me.
And like, are the people around you happy as a qualifier? Like, if everyone else is around you is happy and you're happy because of that,
well, then what more can you really? There's very little in this life.
Like, and I'm talking about actual happiness. Like, yeah, you get that. Yeah.
Awesome. We got all of them.
We got a boss Yoshi.
Awesome. Cool.
But
yeah.
It's like, how do you quantify happiness? Well, it's. Can you go to sleep each night and not be plagued with worry of financial, economic, social issues? Like,
the issues of your friends and family.
Like, I would absolutely give my mom or my sister way more money than I should if they needed it to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Because for that, like, I know them and I know for a fact they would pay me back. But it's like...
It's one of those things where it's like, you know they would pay them back, but they're your family and you would do that because your own reasons. Not because they would pay you back, just because you...
Oh, is that enough?
You wanted to.
I just have to avoid getting hit, and we have 100% of this level in terms of actual, like...
Ooh, cool.
Well, no. To actually 100% things, you just need to get all the flowers.
Yeah, that's true. And then just the then the Yoshis are just for aesthetic purposes.
Yoshis are for aesthetic... unless there's like a secret world, which I don't know, we'll find out.
Yeah, that's true. This
tangle of yarn here looks familiar.
Oh, one of those Monty Malls.
Ah, it's a Yoshi! I'm tired of Yoshis ruining my plans! Hey, you minion! I need to stop any Yoshis from getting past here. Okay, that's funny.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, we're gonna have to fight Montgomery again, but he's probably gonna have some adapted strategies. So
he has a helmet.
Oh, that's gonna be a bit problematic.
Oh!
And he's speedier. Okay.
Hit him again. Hit his butt. Yeah.
That's a solution, I suppose. But definitely, about the happiness, it's definitely, I agree, happiness is important. To me, it's like, a lot of it's like, what do I consider a meaningful life? And it's the thing is like, because that's honestly a big portion where it's like, what do you find, like, what's the meaning of life? People always ask that. And I think it's the fact that, that's not an easy question to answer, because the fact is...
look out for the
okay,
tiny moles.
yeah. I got rid of the little moles. But for me, it's one of those things where the meaning of life is like a lot of things in life, they're not... And there's not
throw an egg! Throw an egg!
Give me a minute. Dang it.
I hit you. No, I got hit.
That's alright.
I can 100% it off screen.
Okay, whatever works. There we go. Yeah, but yay! But that's one of those things where it's like, I think like the meaning of life is... As silly as it sounds, it's what you make it. Like, I could tell you what matters to me, but that wouldn't be the meaning of your life. What's more important to you.
What values to people is subjective, and I know philosophers who don't subscribe to subjectivism hate subjectivism.
Yes,
they hate it because it's D&D alignments. A lawful evil person might not even see their actions as evil.
Correct.
They might be Darth Vader, where this is the action I need to do to bring order to the universe.
And that's definitely the thing where it is, like, a lot of...
Joker's anarchy.
Very few people consider themselves the villain of their own story. That is just the fact of life.
Power badge.
Ooh.
Oh, that one shows hidden clouds and things.
Oh, neat.
Wait, have we gotten a Yoshi in every world thus far?
Yeah. Awesome.
Yogurt Yoshi.
We're doing well. Cool. Neat.
Oh no, we missed one for
level 2. A couple of World 2, but yeah, definitely. But for this thing, we did quite well.
Yeah.
Neat. But yeah, again, it's like, that's the thing where, honestly, I think, like, even if it got a situation where, like, I met a mystic at the top of a mountaintop who knew everything to know about life and said, okay, what is the meaning to life? They would answer, I think they would answer, first of all, I can't answer.
You have to discover.
I can't answer that for you because I know I know things in my own perspective. And second of all, if I knew, I wouldn't tell you. It's up to you to discover.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll join you back for World 3-5, which is Fluffin' Puffin' Babysitting.
Neat.
See you next time.
See you later, guys.